Hi, and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report, joined today by head women's golf coach Maren Crowley. Coach, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while. The spring season, hard to believe it's spring, but the spring season kicks off this weekend, traveling to the Hofstra Invitational in Bealsville, Maryland. Now, obviously it's been a rough winter here on Long Island. Just run us through the preparation for the season that your team has been going through.
Sure. So they work out 3 times a week with our strength and conditioning coaches. They've made huge gains in that area. They are faster, bigger, stronger, and I hope that that's going to show on the golf course. And then twice a week in the afternoons, they are at a indoor facility around here, PGA store, and they will go in the morning too. So they'll have Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's called block practice. So they're just hitting into the nets. And then in the mornings, they will actually play on a simulator 18 holes. So a mix up of practice to hopefully get them prepared for the first event.
Now, having not been on an actual course, what are the expectations going into this weekend? What do you want to see as a coach from the team?
Truthfully, I don't want to say I have low expectations, but I'm also realistic. But I really think that mentally that they are prepared for it. Physically, it's going to be a long weekend because we have a practice round on Saturday, 36 holes on Sunday, and then another 18 on Monday. And I think that while they haven't been on a golf course like some of the other teams that we'll be competing against, physically they have been preparing for that and training for that, so that's to their advantage, where some of the other players might be getting tired on that second round on Sunday and then into Monday. I feel that they're going to be very strong in that area.
Okay. Now, the team, like you said, the team's been busy working out and training, but something else that during the off season I know that they've been busy with, and something that you really stress, is the commitment to the community service. Can you just talk about some of the things that they've done during this time? It has been numerous.
Sure. So they are competing in the SAC Pride Cup race, and they're currently in second place. So they're competing against the other teams here, and one of the huge things that they do is community service projects. So they've been volunteering at a animal shelter, playing with the cats and the dogs there. They did the polar plunge a couple weeks ago, and in fact the North Hempstead Lake area was frozen over, so instead they had to stand out there and get hosed by a fire hose. So I think they would prefer actually just running into the water than getting hosed with all that pressure. But they really, I can't stress how important it is to help other people. You reap what you sow, and they are on top of their game with that. And they took advantage of the off season because they have more time to focus on community service projects as well as their academics.
All right, one last question. Just back to golf, back to this weekend, the Hofstra Invitational tournament that the team did play in last year. Mm-hmm. Obviously the weather didn't cooperate last year as well, but what do you think the experience from last season will carry over to this year?
Well, because we actually got snowed out last year from the practice round and the first round of the 54 holes, what we did is we sat down together as a team. We had our yardage books. We literally walked through the golf course, picked out our spots and things like that. The team that played last year, they have seen the golf course. It will have 2 players that have not, but we all just sit down together and kind of map out what we're going to do, club selection and things like that, and hopefully we will have better weather. I see it's supposed to be a little chilly on Saturday, but nothing a few layers of clothes can't help.
All right, so that's the Hofstra Invitational practice round on Saturday with competition, 54 holes on Sunday, finishing up with 18 holes on Monday. You've been watching the WB Mason Coaches Report with Maren Crowley.